Welcome to Tansson TV Plus. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Mom.
Thank you so much for joining us here today.
Yeah, thank you for joining with us again.
We always love doing this. And Mom, how is your day going thus far?
Brandon, my day is going fine. How about yours?
All is well here. I'm excited for us to keep on going.
I am too, Brandon. We're here to talk about another episode of S.H.I.E.L.D. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, this is episode 20 titled Nothing Personal.
Yes, and this one released April 29th, 2014.
All righty. And so generally what has happened here is that Coulson, Triplett, and Fitz and Simmons have returned from their adventure out, and they are back into Providence, and they are looking for everybody, and notice that everyone's missing along with their airplane. And so anyway, they do look at tapes and see that May left at some point, and then they also see that together that Ward and Sky have left. They're really kind of confused about really the Ward and Sky thing with them leaving. And so, and then at the same time, they're looking for Eric. Um, that's his name, right? Eric. Okay. And at the same time, they're looking for Eric because should still be in the compound and they can't find him. And so, and then they have to figure out how to rescue Sky because they do realize that Ward is Hydra. All right. And that is the episode overall in a nutshell.
Well, Mom, thank you so much for that.
You're welcome, Brandon.
And Mom, you'd made a series of predictions ahead of this episode, and I would have to say that I think you got them all right.
Yes, I did, Brandon. I was so happy. But yes, I have predicted that Sky and Ward, that the episode itself would concentrate on Sky and Ward, and it did. I also said that Peterson would return again, and Peterson did return. We did not see Garrett, and then I predicted that Fitz would figure it out in regards to Ward, and then I also said that Simmons would find the body. And Brandon, all of them were correct. So I was so happy.
Yeah, and you were also right that Agent May would barely be in the episode.
Yep, I did say that too. So yes, I guess I've watched one too many Marvel shows.
Well, yeah, you definitely have figured out the formula. And overall, what do you think about the episode?
I like the episode. It was not heavy. I mean, it was heavy in the sense that we needed for, of course, to figure out how Sky was going to escape Ward, but it was not a heavy episode like some of the other ones. And so I thought it was nicely done, and I'm glad that Coulson was the one who actually was able to help Sky escape.
And I think Ward definitely committed one of the most evilest acts. He shot the most evilest task. I mean, he shot Lola.
Yeah, he did. Oh, yes, he did. He shot Lola. I was happy to see that the car was in, that they used the car and it flies. Who knew? I guess maybe you did, but who knew?
Yeah, and so it's definitely fun. And I like how they're all with the crazy hair having fallen out of a car, out of a plane.
Yes, yes. And I thought it was interesting that for Deathlock that Coulson was scared of Deathlock too.
Yeah, it's like Deathlock. He's here.
Yes, and he's like, "Let's run."
And what I thought was interesting in terms of Deathlock is it truly does seem that while he doesn't have a ton of free will, that he does at least try to protect Sky.
Yeah, he does. And Ward was even oddly enough trying to protect Sky also.
Yeah, but Deathlock obviously is not trying to protect Ward and stopped his heart.
Yes, he did. And no, he is not trying to protect Ward at all.
But yeah, so definitely seems like there is like a little bit of leeway in there, and Deathlock is now getting full orders from Garrett.
Yeah, he is. He is.
And Mom, we were able to see a person from the movies return back in this episode.
Yeah, Maria Hill was there. Yep, and I you had to explain to me who Maria Hill is or what.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah, and she was, of course, in the pilot of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Okay. I had to take your word for that, Brandon, because I don't remember her. But yes.
But yeah, she was in the pilot. I know we watched it a year ago, yeah, before coming back this year for episode 2. But she had a major part of the pilot, as she's the one that walked Coulson through his team after leaving Tahiti.
Got it. Got it.
But yeah, but she was Nick Fury's number 2 when Shield fell, and but now she's insisting that Fury is dead and that uh, she and Coulson sort of came to agreement, but not until after she sold him out.
Okay. Got it.
No, I'm talking about today's episode.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. You're right, Brandon. You're right. What did they agree to do?
So Maria Hill has started working for Tony Stark, Iron Man, and his company
Hmm.
after Shield fell, and I guess she, to avoid herself going into prison for being a part of Shield, is that she decided to hand over selective pieces of Shield to the government in exchange for her staying out of prison.
Okay. Alrighty. I'm sorry. I must have missed that. I must have dozed off at that point.
Well, hopefully you didn't find the episode boring.
No, the episode was not boring. I just doze off sometimes when I watch TV. So here's why sometimes I watch an episode more than once.
But nevertheless, it's Maria Hill. I mean, it's but nevertheless, though, it's Agent May that finds Maria Hill.
Yes, she does find her. And Agent May, even though she did not have a lot of time on this episode, she was very pivotal because she had a scene at the end that was extremely important.
And what was that, Mom?
She actually showed Coulson who was in charge of Tahiti, or that particular plan or operation or whatever you want to call it. And so she showed Coulson, and when Coulson pushed play on the tape that she found, it was Coulson himself. So he was in charge of everything that went on with him, or at least a study with it. And but he actually also said that the study needed to stop.
Yeah, he said that even though it's made for the fall of an Avenger, I guess as these people, I guess he worked on with the test project, is that he in good conscience could not stick around.
Yes, yeah. He said he did not want anyone else to endure using this drug.
And then it was used on him.
Yep, and then it was used on him, so kind of ironic.
But yeah, but it looks like Nick Fury was the only person other than Coulson, formally, that knew who was in charge of it.
Yeah, that was a yep secret there. So we'll have to see if this is used in the last two episodes of the season.
and and yeah, but even though we had a lot of things happening, such as the military seizing Providence with Colonel Talbot returning, Maria Hill makes it clear to Coulson that they are no longer agents of Shield. Shield doesn't exist. Stop this.
Yeah, she does. She does mention that.
So I guess for you as a first time viewer, how does it feel knowing that the show is about Shield agents? It's called Agents of Shield, and as of right now, Shield no longer exists.
Well, in two episodes, Shield will come on top again, and then it will exist for season two.
Well, we'll definitely have to see. Mom, do you have any predictions for the final 2 episodes of the season?
Well, now that we have the layers here, we need to bring back May, who will be back full time, would be my guess. And then we also need to bring back Garrett, because Garrett has been hanging out there without an without a viewing at this point. So I have a feeling that for this episode, we're going to see Garrett. We're going to continue to see Peterson, and he'll concentrate on Ward.
All right, and do you think there's anyone else we'll see this these final 2 episodes, or this especially this next one?
Now, I think that's it. I think we're going to see Coulson going through some, and it might be the next two episodes, but we'll see Coulson kind of trying to figure himself out. But at the same time, he's got to figure out what to do with Ward.
Yeah, definitely. And I thought something was interesting is that when Coulson found out who's in charge of Tahiti himself, he said that everyone has these strange effects and this and that. We saw like maybe just a little bit of his skepticism, but we haven't really seen any effects from him. But we haven't seen anything from Sky.
Guy. And these might be long, and these effects may not show up right away. It could be much later when these effects occur.
Yeah, we'll definitely. I mean, have to see. Do you think we're gonna have any effects for him?
I don't know. that'll be interesting to see. I think they've got so much going on in the storyline right now that it may not be the time for the effects that might come a little later.
Yeah, and while we have so many things, would you say that these past few episodes have sort of brought any of these loose ends of the season back together?
They have started blending things together. They have. Oh yeah, and we've got Raina out there, so I have a feeling Raina's got to pop back in for the next episode too.
Yeah, and Ian Quinn is somewhere.
Yeah, I wasn't even including Ian with this one. I was just thinking about Garrett and then with Raina. So we'll have to see if Ian pops back up.
Perfect. And before we end this out, is there anything that we learned from any of the characters in this one?
Um, we learn about Garrett a little bit. We learn that Garrett is someone who he believes should not be trusted. He does tell that to Sky, and we also find out how smart Sky really is.
Yeah, we definitely do find that about Sky. And were you referring to Ward?
Yes, I was. Who did I say?
You said Garrett.
I'm sorry. I meant Ward. I meant Ward.
And can you believe that it took a whole 3 episodes for everyone to find out that Ward is Hydra?
I believe it because they had to do it slowly. They had to build up to it.
Do you think it was effective in the way that they did it?
I thought it was effective. I thought it was interesting the way Fitz found out. I mean, really, it was in front of his face, literally.
And he still doesn't believe it.
Yeah, he was having a hard time believing it.
But yeah, so in terms of characters, do you have any thoughts as I know you mentioned, of course, that uh, that's going to focus in with Garrett and Reyna. In terms of the team, are there any thoughts about what this might do in episode 21?
For the team, for Colson's team, I think it's going to be more about May because May's got to make her way back in. So that's who I think it would, May and Colson.
All right, well, that sounds good. Is there anything else you want to say before we go ahead and end out this one?
No, I'm looking forward to watching episode 21, Brandon.
Well, I am as well,
All right. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
and we'll see you next time.
All right. Bye bye.